Let's dive in to explore the origins of the Bermuda Triangle, a topic of discussion for decades, and uncover its reality. When people refer to the Bermuda Triangle, they mean the region forming a triangle between Miami, Florida, and the island of Bermuda, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and San Juan, the capital of Puerto Rico. This is the triangle that has been talked about for years. Let's start from the old days. The story begins in 1492, the year Christopher Columbus, with several ships, approached this region. If we want to understand what Christopher Columbus experienced as he approached this triangle, we can, because he kept a diary and recorded all the daily events. These writings have been compiled into a book, translated into various languages, and are now available for anyone to buy and read. In it, Columbus writes that when they entered this area, his compass started acting up, even though his intended direction was west. The compass kept pointing northwest, as if it had gone haywire. He also writes that while traveling through this area by ship, they saw a distant light that seemed to move farther away as they approached it, only to suddenly disappear. Columbus doesn't mention the existence of a triangle, or anything similar, but these are the only observations he records in this part of his diary. And after that, he never spoke of it again. This was Christopher Columbus's note about this area. If we want to read the next note about this area, we must fast forward 114 years to 1606 AD. That year, an English ship departed from England with 150 passengers bound for mainland America, but it was caught in a storm that sank the ship along with its passengers and crew. This storm occurred in the Triangular region. Although storms in this area are not unusual, sailors worldwide grew fearful of the region. It was the 17th century, a time when Europeans were deeply steeped in superstitions, seeking magic and the unknown. As a result, they quickly turned this area into a cursed region, or, as the Spaniards called it, El Diablo's Triangle, the Devil's Triangle. However, it wasn't like today, where there's extensive travel and global news. So, after a while, this triangle was forgotten. For 175 years, no one said anything about it. Until we reach 1881, when an English ship entered the triangle and headed northwest toward New York. The passengers reported seeing another ship that appeared stationary and adrift in the water. Their ship approached to investigate, but they found no one aboard. Consequently, some people from their ship boarded the drifting vessel to see what was going on. In the meantime, a storm arose, causing the two ships to lose each other. The next day, when they searched again for those men, they found the ship, but it was empty again. We don't know, maybe it was a tale, or something else happened, but someone on that ship had documented this story. This story made the Bermuda Triangle famous worldwide. And when something becomes famous, what happens? Lots of storytelling surrounds it. Then we arrive in February 1918, when a U.S. Navy ship, the USS Cyclops, traveling north from South America, entered the triangle. This ship had 300 personnel aboard. No one knows what happened to it. It suddenly vanished, leaving no trace, not even a piece of wood or a body. More than 100 years have passed since then, but there has been no sign of the USS Cyclops. This American naval ship's disappearance shocked the world, turning the Bermuda Triangle into a global phenomenon. Dozens of books and articles were written about it, and of course, stories were wildly exaggerated. For example, stories emerged about sea monsters swallowing the ship with its passengers. The narratives surrounding the Bermuda Triangle grew wings. Then we reach 1941, when another U.S. Navy ship, the USS Proteus, entered the triangle with 58 personnel aboard. It also disappeared. A month later, another ship with 61 passengers vanished in 1945 as well. Several planes from a U.S. Air Force base in Florida took off for a training mission and were supposed to return to their base after 3 hours. They entered the Bermuda Triangle and began training. But all these planes and their pilots vanished, never to be found again. It's as if there are also air monsters here, because sea monsters couldn't possibly come up and devour them. Of course, we don't know the monsters. If they were as big as Godzilla, perhaps they could. In short, I won't bore you with all the stories. Fast forward to 1948, when another U.S. military plane with 26 people aboard suddenly disappeared. To date, there have been 70 such incidents in this area, turning the Bermuda Triangle into a complex mystery that has intrigued people worldwide. Everyone is amazed by these incidents. The title Bermuda Triangle was given to this area in 1964. And it was claimed that all these incidents occurred between Miami, Bermuda, and San Juan. Everything happens within this triangle. When the name triangle was given to this region, the topic became even more mysterious and famous. Something this famous naturally attracts people looking to make money from it, like Charles Berlitz, who wrote the book The Bermuda Triangle in 1974. This book introduced the Bermuda Triangle to even elementary school children. The author became a multi-millionaire, as the book sold 20 million copies within a few years and was translated into 30 different languages, making Charles Berlitz extremely wealthy. The book was entirely fictional, exaggerating all the incidents that had occurred there, tying them to aliens, monsters, and demons. Even though readers knew it was all stories and imagination, they still enjoyed it. And there's a reason for that. Humans have always loved mysterious and Hollywood-style things, finding them thrilling. Amid these illusions, thrills, and lies, some scientists became curious to figure out what was going on here. Was it geological issues? Was the ocean different here? Some began researching. One of their equations was easily solved: storms. They discovered that the Bermuda Triangle is a part of the Gulf Stream, where most storms pass through. These storms solve another mystery: the disappearance of planes and ships. When storms start here, not only does the water become extremely turbulent, but the sky over the region also becomes turbulent, making it impossible for planes to pass safely. They immediately get caught in hundreds of kilometers per hour winds and crash into the ocean. The storms in this area are so powerful that they can easily destroy planes and ships caught in them, pulverizing them into nothing. And they had done so, as nothing of these crafts was ever found. Scientists reached these initial conclusions, but they weren't satisfied, as they wanted to understand more. In their next step, they analyzed all global air and sea incidents to identify the most accident-prone regions. Upon accessing this information, they found that across history, incidents have occurred in all the world's waters, and the Bermuda Triangle doesn't have an unusual number of accidents compared to other areas. From a maritime accident perspective, the Bermuda Triangle is just an ordinary place. It isn't even among the top 10 most dangerous maritime zones. This data revealed to the world that the stories surrounding the Bermuda Triangle are baseless. In the last 200 years, 50 planes, 20 ships, and hundreds of lives have been lost in this triangular area. But remember, This is over 200 years, not 5 or 10 years. This triangle hasn't been particularly dangerous. Over 200 years, incidents like this have occurred, which, given the times they happened, are quite normal. Moreover, most of these planes and ships were military, which complicates matters. For instance, in 1918, when the USS Cyclops sank and vanished, was it hit by a German submarine or a storm? Currently, the world's most dangerous maritime zone is the South China Sea, where heavy ship traffic and turbulent weather caused numerous accidents in just the past decade. Over 200 ships have sunk in this region, but no one claims there's a mysterious Philippine triangle here. Times have changed. Modern technology and advanced tools reveal everything, making it impossible to fabricate conspiracies, write books, and become millionaires. In the last decade, only one ship accident has occurred in the Bermuda Triangle. The American container ship SSL Faro entered this region in 2015 and got caught in Hurricane Joaquin. This container ship sank, and all 33 crew members perished. However, once the storm subsided, they were able to find the ship's wreckage, but not its crew. Today, accidents rarely occur here, because ships are equipped with weather satellites, radars, highly advanced compasses, and a variety of technologies. Unlike in the past, they don't just sail blindly into storms. This is why accidents in this region have significantly decreased in modern times, yet the name Bermuda Triangle still persists. Meanwhile, the South China Sea, with all its accidents, is attributed to heavy traffic and poor weather. Not only does it sink ships, but it also causes collisions. There's also another conspiracy theory worth mentioning. Today, many believe that the stories surrounding the Bermuda Triangle were propagated by the CIA during the Cold War to make the area appear dangerous and intimidating. They claim that neither American warplanes nor naval ships actually disappeared. This theory posits that the incidents were nothing more than a kind of cinematic performance. It explains how the stories became so popular. According to this conspiracy theory, it was exactly what the CIA wanted. So, this was the A to Z of the Bermuda Triangle. I hope you've understood the full story. Lastly, let's talk about another funny theory. Some say their home washing machines are just like the Bermuda Triangle. For instance, when they throw in a pair of socks, one of them disappears, never to be found again. Of course, this is just a humorous take on the Bermuda Triangle. Thank you for watching the video. If you think the video deserves more views, please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos.